So for this week's WordPress tutorial, I'm going to show you how you can add some columns to your website. So this is something I used recently where I was making my resources page and I had something like this, a really big long list of links. And there's just a lot of white space here on the right. So what I did is I used this column shortcode plugin and I created my 3 columns for my links resources page. So I'll show you how to do that. So on your dashboard, if you go to plugins, add new, and then search for column shortcodes. Now, towards the top, if not the top, you'll see this column shortcodes plugin, and make sure it's developed by CodePress. That's the one I use and recommend. So click Install now and install this plugin and activate it. Now I'm going to go to my resources page. So this is the page that I was showing you here, which is a long page of links. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some columns right underneath my header. So here's this little icon here has now been added to your WYSIWYG editor in WordPress, and that's your shortcode column. So now you can see that you can add a whole bunch of columns here. You can separate in half, in thirds, fourths, fifths, sixths, as much as you want. And what I really like about this plugin is that you can add padding to the right. So you can add a little bit of space to the right or left, top or bottom of your plugin, of your column. So you can do some really kind of neat things with your page, maybe a really cool about page if you want to put like photo and content and just mix it up, make a little bit of a collage. But for simplicity's sake, we'll just stick with this really simple example. So how about I do 3 columns. So first I'm going to select the 1/3. So I'm going to select 1/3, and then before I click on that, I'm going to the right, I want to add 10 pixels of padding there. So I'm going to insert that there. So that is my 1 column. And then after that, I'm going to add another column. And this one I want to be the middle column. So perhaps I'm going to add 10 pixels to the left and 10 pixels to the right. So I'm going to put 1/3 in there. And then my very last column, I'm going to put no pixels to the right and 10 pixels to the left, like so. Okay, so now we have 3 columns. So now to get content inside these 3 columns, I'm going to copy some of these links. So I'm going to break up my little list. So here are the first of those links. Here's another bunch. So for this shortcode, it kind of works a little bit like HTML, where they have this closing tag here. So you want to get it in between the 1/3 and where it shows the padding and where it closes here with that slash. And then I'm going to copy my 3rd one. Okay. And I'll just delete these guys here. Okay, so now I'm going to click Update. And don't worry, if you haven't worked with shortcodes before, don't worry that it has that weird text in the visual editor, because you'll see what happens on your page now. So let me refresh this. And so now you can see that I have my links in 3 columns. So I need to make a little bit of space before my next section. So I'm just going to do the same for the next section. And I don't need to go into here exactly to redo it. I could actually just copy the code here. So that was my first column code. And then to close it, then my second column, and that closes like that. And my last column, 1/3, whoops, where is it? 1/3 last. Okay, so I'm going to save that again. I'm going to click update. Then I'm going to go to here and I'm going to refresh. And there I've created another 3 columns. So now if you go back and you decide that you want to change the space in between here, maybe this is a little too much, you want to reduce the space, you can come back in here. And so the first one is the top, right, bottom, left. So I'm going to remove my right space on my first column. I'm going to keep my spacing on my second column, and then I'm going to remove the spacing on my third column. So again, top, right, bottom, left, and I'm going to remove my left, and I'm going to click update. You can add you can include the pixel or not, the PX, and so now I go back to my page, hopefully that's saved, and I refresh it. Oh, wasn't that obvious, but the spacing should have changed in between those columns a little bit here. Actually, maybe I'll make it a little bit more obvious. How about if I do 50 pixels on either side? Now you'll see a lot of spacing in between those columns. There you go. Okay, so now I changed this spacing in here and the spacing in here. Whoops, top, right, bottom, left. Yeah, so I changed it to 50 pixels. So that's why you see some more spacing in there. Anyway, so that was a quick tutorial on how you can add columns to your website. You can make it, you can be a little bit more creative than just links. You can add maybe photos in the middle of your column and text on either side. Things that you can't normally do inside your visual editor. So hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want to not miss updates, then subscribe to my YouTube channel or check back weekly.